I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to The Resistance. You know, people tell me that protests don't change anything. They say it's just noise and that they don't make a difference. Well, I reckon they're wrong. Because protests aren't about changing the mind of a tyrant. Donald Trump and this Republican Party, they don't really care what we have to say. I think they've made that clear by going to great lengths to avoid releasing the Epstein files. Now, these protests aren't for them. They're for us. Protests remind us that we're not alone. They remind us that community is power. And right now, we need that reminder more than ever. Because this government, this regime, is getting more and more brazen. We have a shutdown that's planned to hurt ordinary people. Speaker of the House that's refusing to swear in a duly elected Democrat. They brought an insurance lawyer in to prosecute James Comey when the real prosecutors refused. James Holman accepted a $50,000 bribe on camera, and they swept it under the rug. And worst of all, we have an Gestapo that's getting more violent, more lawless, and more emboldened every day. History tells us what happens when we stay home, when we stay quiet. When good people go silent, bad people take over. So these protests aren't about noise, they're about presence. They're about showing up so they know that we still stand together. Because tyranny can't survive in the light of a strong community. The first No Kings protest was a true day for democracy, a day of community. People showed up in every state, in cities, towns, and back roads across America. It was one of the biggest single-day demonstrations in our nation's history. And it wasn't just here at home. People across the world joined in London and Berlin and Sydney and Seoul, standing shoulder to shoulder with us, holding signs that said, "No kings, no dictators, democracy forever." It wasn't just a message heard around the world. It was a message shouted around the world. And it's time to do it again. On October 18th, people across this country will stand up once more for democracy. This next No Kings protest has to be even bigger, because the threat is bigger, because the stakes are higher, because the world is still watching. I'll be at mine, and I hope you'll be at yours. Let's remind this regime, and more importantly, remind each other, that this country still belongs to us. Thanks for listening. Good day.